What's up, guys? It's Quarantine Cruise live right now. It's Ken Johnson, and we're a little early, and just wanted to say what up. Got some good guests on tonight. So we've got Doug and Marissa Campbell. Doug is from Hillbank Motor Corp. Marissa Campbell is the wife. Hold on. So Doug, we're gonna have you on in a minute. You're a little early, but just wanted to give a quick brief on who's going to be on tonight. So we're going to have Doug and Marissa Campbell on in about 4 minutes, guys. And then we'll have Dave Castle on from Dave Castle Real Estate, the Castle Group. And then we'll have Rob on from Rides by Cam. It's going to be a really cool show. Rob all the way from Australia. So be sure to tune in. I think he's got a good surprise. He's at the shop today. So you guys know him from the Cam Nova, as well as his Challenger, which is pretty insane. What's up, Nick? How you doing? BYS, what's up? What's going on? Backyard Specialties. If you guys don't know who they are, check them out. They've got some dope rides. John Burgundy, what's up, Playboy? Man, good to hear from you. Thank you for coming out, supporting the Quarantine Cruise with the Plastic Cup Boys. So good to see those guys out, man. And it's really, really, really dope to have those guys come out there and check us out. So, see, I'm gonna go ahead and bring on. We're early right now. I'll bring on Doug right now. How you guys all doing? Let me know how you guys are doing. Give me a thumbs up. Hit the little like button right there. Yeah, Doug, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Man, my man Doug Campbell, Superformance. Dude, you're at the shop right now.
Yeah, I'm in the showroom.
That's right. That's right. So, man, thank you for joining us tonight. I know you got a lot of things going on. You guys are selling a bunch of cars, and yeah, it's an exciting time right now.
Yeah, it's been crazy. Just a crazy year. Great year, but just still going.
I love the backdrop, man. I need a backdrop like that. I got 2 number plates right there. So I need a backdrop like that. So yeah, man. Hopefully the wife will tune in right now. But Doug, Superformance, man. You know what? Explain what Superformance is. I know what it is, right? I know what you guys do. Tell us about Hillbank. Tell us about Superformance. And how you make everyone's life easy and fun.
Yeah, Superformance, one of the premier manufacturers of Cobra replicas. They're the only manufacturer licensed by Shelby to do a Cobra replica. And then Superformance also manufactures all the Shelby continuation cars for Shelby. Everything they do, one of the things I love is licensed by the original manufacturer. So like the GT40s are all licensed by Saffer, who bought the rights and tooling from Ford back in the 70s. So they're all built off the original tooling. The Corvette Grand Sport, the 63 Grand Sport's licensed by GM, which is crazy. It took like 8 years chasing GM to get the license done for that. So it's really the best of the best stuff. So like for anybody that saw Ford versus Ferrari, we supplied 29 cars for that movie, the 2 Hero GT40s, a few Daytona Coupes, and then the rest of the Cobras.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And what I believe the one car that I really loved that you pulled up in was a Future 40, man. I seen you drive around the Future 40. I think that might be it in the background.
Yeah.
Wow, that thing is freaking amazing.
Yeah, that one's not my baby. My baby's getting ready to come out as version 2.0, hopefully sooner rather than later. But I'm really excited to get my baby back because it's been down for a while, getting more power added and a few things done that, we weren't able to get done in time for SEMA back in 2018 when it launched. So I'm just chomping at the bit to get my car back.
Yeah, so tell me what it takes. I mean, do you guys, tell me what it takes to get into a Superformance car. Is it relatively easy? I mean, you got financing. What's the process?
Yeah, we got a couple of companies that do financing, one for pre-owned cars, one that'll finance a new build. So you come in, you put down a deposit, and that gets your build slot booked at the factory, and then you make another payment when it's complete at the factory, and you get a full set of factory inspection photos. And then when the rolling chassis arrives here, it's complete less drivetrain. So all the suspension's in, brakes, plumbing, everything's done. Like literally, like you just need engine, transmission, clutch, bell housing, drive shaft, and battery. That's it. And we've got a local shop here that we refer people to complete the drivetrains. They do like 100 cars a year for us, installing drivetrains. Otherwise, you can do it yourself. You can do pretty much anything. And I see somebody asking about the cost. Like for the Mark III Cobra replica, it'll range, like for an all done car, anywhere from like 95 to 105 is typical. The GT40s are quite a bit more. Those anywhere from like 180 to 230, depending on options and drivetrain. The Daytona Coupes are like 165 to 200, depending on options and drivetrain. So there's a pretty good span. Then the Cobra continuation cars are a little bit more. They get real Shelby chassis numbers, go in the Shelby registry. They're built all to original 65 specs. So, you know, it's pretty cool. Oh, look who just popped on. She's pretty hot.
Hey,
Hi, guys.
what's happening?
Oh, two of my favorite human beings and one that I really love a lot. Hi, honey.
Well, what about me?
You fell right into it. You fell right into it. I was exactly hoping you would say that. So great to be here tonight with you, Ken.
Oh man, everything is good over here. So guys, if you don't know, this is Doug and Marissa Campbell, one of my favorite couples. I mean, in the motorsports industry. You know, Marissa, her energy level is through the roof. I thought I was pumped and positive. I come around Marissa and I feel like I'm all down and stuff, but I feel like I'm pumped up. Everyone tells me, hey, Ken, you've got, you know, you're pumped up all the time. And I get around Marissa, I'm like, no, I don't know if I'm very pumped up. Marissa's pumped up. She's ready to roll. So, man, I love what you do. And both you and Doug. So let's talk motorsports, right? Let's talk cruise. Doug, give me your thoughts on the cruise and not even just our cruise, but just, you know, cruising in general.
I love it because, you know, car shows are fun, but like cars sitting still, to me, it's one thing to be able to get and look at the cars up close and stuff. But like one of my favorite things, like going to SEMA, is seeing the cars roll in for setup and then definitely the cruise at the end, because it's the sound. There's like so many sensory things that go on with a car other than just the looks. Man, it's just the sound of the car and seeing it in motion is what I like the best. And being on the cruise with other people cruising around you and seeing people cruise by and, you know, maybe throw some pipes at you and you get to really hear what it sounds like and just see it in motion on the road. There's something about a car in motion that just really does it for me. I'm not a parking lot guy. I enjoy the time we have on the quarantine cruise because it gives you time to see the cars up close, but also to get to know the people behind the car. And as great as the cars are, it's really the community of people is what makes the car hobby special for me. And I know Marisa feels the same way. And like the variety of cars and people you have at the quarantine cruise, you don't see it anywhere else except maybe like at SEMA or a big show like that. And to me, the quarantine cruise is like our own little mini SEMA that we have in our backyard. And we're just so grateful to you and the rest of the crew that puts us on, Jason and the rest of the guys. You guys are just like, I love it. I just love it.
Yeah, we're just one of the guys just like you, and we're just having a good time. And you know, it brings us joy every time we have an event. You don't see anybody angry, right? I mean, there's nobody angry cruising up and down PCH or through the streets. Everybody is excited. The industry is there, and again, it's just it feels good. It feels good, and we came in at the right time. I felt like a time of need, right? People were like super bummed about being at home and down, and man, everybody commenting, we all came together and we put something good together. So.
Yeah, I love the quarantine cruise. I mean, I'll echo and ditto everything that you both just said right now. But I think my favorite part for me personally is the connection that the people have. I love hearing the stories, right? I love hearing the stories of the people and what it is that vehicle represents to them, or how, you know, how they got involved in the industry or what it is that they're doing. I love learning about people and their connections to those vehicles. It's super special. And I couldn't agree more. I think right now people are craving community, Ken. They're craving being in a space where they can have their passion, you know, brought to life and feel, normal, whatever that normalcy is right now. But it's just, you guys have given everybody such a gift to be able to come together, especially during these times. So grateful.
Awesome. Great to hear. And Marissa, tell me about Supercars and Superfoods. What does that mean?
So fun, right? It was something that it organically was just birthed. It was the marriage, literally, of Doug and I and our two passions. So Doug, always being an incredible car guy. I always loved cars and really cool cars, and the feeling, driving a cool car. And Doug can get into how we met and all of that later. But it was really Doug's passion that brought out that passion in me. I come from the food background, so I used to have a restaurant and a catering company. So when we got together, it was just a natural fit that we would always be talking about supercars and superfoods. And so now we've been actually able to help people and create a movement helping car people get healthy. And we've helped hundreds and hundreds of people on that path, whatever that looks like for you. We're cheerleaders for you, whatever you're into, as long as it focuses on your health, your well-being, your fitness, all the things that make you healthy, so you can actually enjoy your vehicle for a long time, right? If you're not healthy, you're not gonna be able to drive your car, right? And
Right.
another side of it, if you don't have the financial resources sometimes to be able to restore your car or get the car of your dream, then you find, a little frustration. So we help you with that side too. So it's just all the things, Ken.
So when you guys met, Doug, what kind of car did you have?
I had the Daytona Coupe that's now hers, in its old form, and was a 2003 GMC Envoy, which I still have.
So you're saying buy an Envoy or a Daytona Coupe and you get a hot chick like that?
Yeah, I would skip the Envoy, although she does love it still. That's why we still have it.
I love the Envoy. It's so great.
Everybody knows you got to have a beater. If you got to pull the motor out of something and haul it to the engine builder, you need a beater. You can just throw it in the back and not worry about it.
I'll roll in the Envoy any day of the week. I love that bad boy. Cruise.
Awesome. So it's so cool though. One of the things too, like as far as you guys being I call it a power couple. You guys got fast cars and definitely are great people. So going to the cruises together, I love it when you guys come together. Whoop. Sorry about that. My phone paused. I love it when you guys come together in the cars, right? So, and what's that feeling like? I mean, when you guys come as a couple.
I'll go. Can I go first on this one, Doug?
Yeah.
I love it. Ken, I won't get up in the morning to go anywhere at, 5. I won't get up at 5 a.m. to go anywhere if it weren't for your, your cruise. I will get up and go to your cruise. Okay. I love the way that it feels to be able to get up in the morning and link arms with my incredible husband and go out there and just be in a space where we can be around real people, be ourselves. There's no judgment. There's no judgment. Everybody there is just awesome. They're incredible people driving incredible cars. And the feeling that I have is excitement. I get excited. Are you kidding me? I get up and I'm like, let's go, And then, I usually frustrate Doug because he's waiting for me to get ready. And all the things, right? Save me a spot. But it's really special when we can hop in the same car. It's fun when we're in two separate cars because it's cool. Like he always drives, a good ass. Pardon my French. Can we cuss on this? He always drives a fun car. But, it's really fun when we can go together. Truth be told, Doug, I like it more when we're driving together.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Doug, let's hear it.
Yeah. I like it when we're driving together too, just because every time we drive separate, she kicks my ass. And then I see on social media later videos of her talking to her friend who she has in the car, talking trash about me.
Oh, man. And we need more ladies with their cars to come to our events. It's so good to have it.
It's so fun, ladies. And, I don't know, you can get into all the stuff, right? But it's like, there's nothing better than being behind the wheel. Ladies, get out there, bring your stuff. It's so much fun. Yeah.
I've seen some badass ladies at the cruise.
Oh, I've been in some great company. You're down. You're.
I see one right now, Katie Weber. She's one of them. She comes out with her Chevelle, and
Yes,
man,
yes,
right?
yes, yes. She's
Hats
awesome.
off to all the ladies. Hats off to all the ladies.
Well, we love you guys for including us and being so cool too. I mean, it's just awesome.
Good stuff. Good stuff. So, man, going back again. So, Doug, Superformance, man, I love the brand. The guys Sean Davis and the boys at Autotopia. They've done a couple episodes on the Superformance cars. What's the best way to find information about the cars?
Best way you can go, if you want to see like cars we have here in inventory in the showroom, what little bit we have left, you can go to hillbankusa.com, HILLBANKUSA.com. If you just want to learn more about Superformance in general, you can go to superformance.com. It's not super performance, which is what everybody says. It's SUPERFORMANCE.com. And then, hey, man, go to Autotopia LA's YouTube channel. I've done like 10 videos with Sean. So just go to Autotopia LA and do a search on Superformance. You'll see the Future 40, the regular GT40, Daytona Coupe, Corvette Grand Sport, Mark III, Mark IIIR, Mark II slab side, Bondurant 289 FIA. So there's a lot of great videos. Sean and I have a blast together. Such a good crew over there with Paul and Kyle and Chris and Sean. And another great reason to come to the cruise is just to see those guys and hang out.
Absolutely, man. We love having them every time. And then, is your showroom open? Because I had a chance to go to the showroom, and it's freaking incredible. There's a lot of cool cars there. And if I were to do it again, it was really cool building the Boosta Nova. And it's a lot of work. Well, we've got a lot of good people working on it, but it's pretty awesome to be able to, if you're financially set, to be able to just go down there and say, hey, I want this, 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 and this, and it's done on this day, and then you're rolling.
Yeah.
So
no, we're open. So the showroom's open like from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, 10 to 2 on Saturday. And anybody that wants to come down, give me a yell, DM me, and let me know you're coming by. I'll block some time on my schedule. We just have one of our good friends stop by at 4 o'clock today. I spent an hour with them, just walking them around, showing them the cars and stuff. And it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of other cool stuff in here to see that you're not seeing on the screen right now.
Awesome. Yeah, it's definitely cool. I don't know if can you take us for a quick walk through the showroom? Can you grab your phone, or is it?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Yeah,
let's go ahead and do that.
I just don't know if I'm going to lose signal because the signal gets kind of weak in the showroom, so I'll try and keep an eye on that.
Yeah, if it hops off, then you can just come back. I
tried to flip. Oh wait, I got my little camera cover on. Here we go. So yeah, we got Daytona Coupes here. This one had a full custom interior done for this guy. He's a plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills, and Jimmy Shine actually did this. I saw Jimmy at one of the last cruises. So Shine Speed Shop, I mean, they executed this like crazy good.
Wow.
I mean, not so much my taste, but the workmanship that Jimmy and his crew did on this is nuts. Like really, really good. And then, yes.
I love that Daytona Coupe.
Back here in the back room, I'll get the lights on. It's pretty cool. So you've got all 3 generations of the GT40. So you got Gen 1, both the Mark II, Mark 1. Then you got Gen 2, the 06. And then you got Gen 3, which is obviously the new one.
Can you build me a replica Gen 3 for real cheap, like 50 grand or something?
We'll work on that, Ken. We might need some help from Keystone and some other partners on that one. If you remember in Ford versus Ferrari, they had the scene where they're testing the big block motor on the engine stand. So this is the engine. This is a 427 FE motor.
Wow.
Yep. If you look close in that scene, there's no fuel lines going in the carburetor. So that was a little movie magic. And then big block Daytona Coupe, secret weapon car, Bondurant 289 Daytona Coupe, and Mario Andretti's 86 Indy car. So there we go.
Can you drive that on the next cruise by chance?
Sure. Yeah, I think thanks to Marisa, I can fit. Then we got a couple of 289 Sebring cars. Anybody know what this is?
I don't know. What is that?
I don't know, but I just hit my ankle on Mario's wing. Nobody knows?
I think I know, but I don't want to say it wrong because what if I mess up?
It's
Yeah.
a Ford.
Yeah, I mean, there's a hint right there. This is a show car Ford did back in 2005 called the GR1. Um, so this one, Shelby, it was like a reimagined Daytona Coupe, like a modern version of the Daytona Coupe. And it was a concept car. They had it at SEMA, LA Auto Show, Detroit Auto Show. And we signed a licensing deal with Ford to build this with their nameplate on it. So you
Wow.
might see this in a couple of years at Ford dealerships, built by us, both with aluminum body or with a carbon fiber body.
So pretty.
And then, of course, here's a polished aluminum Shelby 427 Cobra. This is a new rolling chassis. So I'll kind of give you an idea. This is how the cars come from our factory: is complete lift drivetrain. So radiators in, suspensions in, plumbing, wiring, everything. Just drop in your motor. Like everything else is all done.
Wow. Awesome, man. That's freaking awesome. And you guys are lighting the showroom right now too, huh?
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is.
actually, all these cars right here in this line, and then all these are over here, just showed up for their CHP VIN inspections. We got VIN inspections going tomorrow for registrations, and everything over here is all sold except the Corvette. Anybody
Yeah.
wants a Corvette that makes about 800 a wheel, let me know.
There could be somebody on here looking right now.
Yep. We got a little Datsun 510 race car up there. It's got SCCA logbooks going back to 1980. Shelby Series 1, another Gen 2 Ford GT, and look at this one. A little Honda 600, 71 Honda 600 with no top.
That's so cute.
It's pretty rare.
Yeah,
So,
man. I can fit that in my
yeah,
trunk.
pretty cool stuff.
I like the color.
Yeah, pretty cool stuff. But yeah, just Cobras. And then for guys that know Chris Ashton, you need to have him on as a guest, by the way. This is Chris's GT40 that we have on consignment.
Oh, that's rad. Yeah, we definitely want to have Chris there, and man, with his ruffian obviously, and his GT that he has, and a couple of other cars that he's building a couple of other rad rides. So he'd definitely be great to have on, especially just hearing his backstory and how he makes a couple bucks, right? And so definitely
Yeah,
love his story, and and so. Man, and he's out there building with his bare hands, and he doesn't need to. He could probably have someone build for him. So
Right.
yeah,
I think that's my favorite part about Chris, honestly. He does it himself and he doesn't have to. And
yes,
it's a real car person.
man, yeah, definitely a badass. So
Totally.
man, well, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna pull in our next guest, and thank you guys for jumping on. You two are absolutely my favorite couple, and every time I see you, it just brings a smile to my face. So thank you for supporting the cruise, supporting everything that we've got going on, and we're just blessed to have you guys out.
can't wait to see everybody on the 21st.
Yeah, we can't wait. And thank you. We're so grateful to be here tonight with you. Love you.
So
Yeah,
guys,
thank you guys.
if be sure to come by and say hi to Doug and Marissa when you're at the shows. They're definitely one of my favorite people, and find out if you want to find out more about Superfoods and Supercars or Superformance, hit them up.
Love you, Ken. Thanks so much.
Thanks,
Love you
man.
too, guys. We'll see you.
Bye.
Take care, guys.
You just got to hit the top right.
Yep.
See you, Doug.
See ya.
All right, guys. Yeah, that was Doug and Marissa Campbell. Some great people. It was great to have them on. And if you're at the cruise, be sure to stop by, say hi to them. Check out, they've got the raddest ride. So, and they're just great all around people. We've got Dave Castle on, and let me pull him on. Let me find him. Cool. I sent him a request. Hopefully he gets the request. Dave, let's see what he's got going on. And you guys got any questions, be sure to ask them. Tom Bogner, what's up? 70 Drivers, what's up? How you doing? Ruff, what's going on? Pink 68, Nick, what's happening? Katie, how you doing? Man, Will, Center Force, what's happening? Got a lot of people on here, so thank you guys all for tuning in. And yeah, I just sent a request to Dave Castle. What's going on, Jason? Week to Wicked, Customs by Lopez. Give me 1 second. All right, so we're going to get Dave Castle on right now. For some reason, he cannot join. Let me see. Let me try it one more time. Sorry about that, guys. He may have some technical difficulties. Dave, you may need to update your Instagram, and that's probably what's going on. I'm going to send Jason a request, and we'll wait for you, Dave, to jump on. So, what's up, Jason?
What's up?
Yeah, I'm going to pull in Dave Castle right now, and let's see if we can't get him on.
Cool.
What do you got going on right now?
Nothing. Got home about 5 minutes before you went live, and been watching ever since, man. Dude, watching Dave and Marissa was awesome. I mean,
Man, they're such great people, right?
dude, awesome people. Love watching them roll into the cruise. I'll shout out to Randy real quick. Another girl out there driving a hot rod. We need more chicks out there driving their hot rods at the cruise.
Definitely. Man, it's crazy. You know what? I'm gonna leave you on, okay? And I think we're having problems with Dave Castle, and I'm gonna add Rob on right now, Rides by Cam. You can stay on for this one.
Love it.
Bring our Australian mate in here. There
I'm
we
really
go.
looking forward to maybe what's going to happen.
Hold on for 1 second.
Also looking forward to the 21st. I can't wait. Last cruise, man, was absolutely blown out, man. It was such a good, and I keep saying this, man. It was probably it was my least stressful, smoothest cruise that we've had yet, man. And I think it was one of the biggest for sure.
Yeah, we had a lot of people there, man. It was really cool because I mean, people had a great time at the event,
Oh,
and it was just all around good, all around fun. It went smooth. Nobody was acting like idiots. No burnouts, unnecessary burnouts, and man, it was just like I said, it was a great cruise.
absolutely. So much respect.
Hey, am I dark right now, or can you see me right now?
No, you're lit up fine.
Okay. Let me make sure. Let me see.
Thanks, Will.
Because-
It was good. Sauce is Black 51. What's up? You got to get out to that cruise. Stop missing them. Taco Paid. What's happening, man? Oh, yes. 7 drivers coming out.
Let me add Dave right now. So I think
Okay.
he updated. Okay.
Ken always looks gorgeous. Mike,
Guys, ask me a question or ask us a question. We want to hear some questions.
Chris is in. I talked to Ricardo yesterday for a bit about the upcoming Nova project that we're doing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's going on with the project?
We're just talking colors. He gave me the paint code for Boosted Nova, so I'm getting that all replicated now.
You're gonna paint the same colors as Boosted Nova? I love it, man.
Same color. I think we're gonna change it into a second gen Nova in a way, you know.
Oh man, I can't wait till the Nova's done, dude. Like,
Me too.
it's just crazy. Like, I've been doing all these events for, it's been a year, and my car's just been sitting, or not sitting, getting built, but everyone else is freaking cruising around, and I'm just like taking photos.
Dude, you're close. Patrick needs to bring his car out. Patrick has a hot rod. A lot of people may not even know that he has a hot rod. He can roll out.
Man, I hope he does. There we go. Let me see if we get it. Cam says I'm texting him right now. I'm messaging him right now. So Rob,
What time is it where Cam is?
Rob is it's 1 o'clock there. So it's about 1:30. I think it's 1:30 there in Australia. What's that? Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah. So, man, I got it. You know what? It's pretty awesome. I got a request from Tim Foss. So this guy named Tim Foss put a message and said, "Hey, you seen the Boosted Nova on Facebook?" And just said we might be able to get you into modern rodding or all Chevy performance. So, yeah. So I don't know. He said, he said he has.
Happen. I think we're going to definitely work with American Auto Wire for sure, and get some stuff done on that baby.
Man, I hope so. I'm glad. You know what, Jason? You want to jump off for a second? I'm gonna pull Rob in right now and see
cool.
it. Maybe because we have two people, so I'm gonna send him a link right now.
No worries.
And,
I'm gonna exit out and then get back on.
Just stay there and just hang out just in case.
For sure.
Guys, chill for a second. Grab your drinks. I sent a request to Rob. Rob, I just basically sent you a request again. And we've got Dave Castle. He's basically updating his app right now to make sure that he can get on. So go ahead and just hang out, guys. Let's see if he can jump on. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but we'll get through it. So. By a show of hands, who's coming to the next cruise? I'm going. Who's going to the next cruise? We got Chris right here with Devious Stang, Phytech Mike. Well, Keystone's going to be there. 70 Driver, will you be there? Supernova 714. Who's going to the next cruise on the 21st? We want to know for the next quarantine cruise. And we're doing, hey, Patrick, are we doing we're doing a charity also, right? So, guys, definitely going to have something going on at the next one. Rob, it said, so Rob, I don't know if you want to try and log in from another phone, and I think it may be that. So try and log in from another phone or another device if you can, and then I'll pull you in. It says unable to join, a message coming from my side, so I'm not sure what's happening. Okay, here we go. I think we got the Dave Castle right here. Here we go. This may be it. 3, 2, 1.
Whoa.
Dave Castle. Woo!
Okay,
here we go. I think we got the Dave Castle right here.
We're working on it. We're
Dude.
working on a few things. What a circus, man. I'm so sorry.
No worries, man. No worries. Thank you for updating.
I didn't know I had to do that. I've done live before, but it's been a minute, so I couldn't do it.
We figured it out, dude. We got the technology.
All right. I got you. What's up, Ken?
Man, hey, thank you for joining us. And you got the C10 compadre in the background right there, right?
Garage is a little dirty, so I'm only going to show like a little bit.
Oh, man, no worries, man. So rad
I feel
to
a little
see.
I'm a little inadequate. I mean, you had what, I don't know, $5 million worth of vehicles, 10. I don't in the
Man.
last shot. I
You
got
know
one
what?
car.
At the end of the day, every single person on this feed would die to have that car. So the C10 Compadre is one of the sickest C10s on the West Coast, pretty much on across the country or on the planet. I love that thing, and everywhere you go, that thing is freaking breaking necks. So yeah,
Well, that's how we met, right? You're just like, hey, is that your car? Is that your truck? And then we've been boys for a year now.
right?
Almost this month. This month, I think. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I
I think
guess
that's
so.
how it went. It was like, hey, is that your truck? And then it was like, hey, can we be friends?
Pretty much.
Right on. Yeah.
Thank you, babe. Yeah, man. I mean, it's been a great ride. You guys receive every accolade, every due praise. It's so well deserved for what you and Jay and Patrick and Tech and all the guy. Heck, everybody is it's so well deserved. What you guys are doing for the community, it's I don't even know, because you're not asking for anything in return. It's just we're really grateful, and I don't speak for everybody, but I mean, the joy that you've brought, it's amazing. It's like I'm really like I don't even know. At least for me.
So let's bring it back. So Dave, let's bring it back to when we first met, and then going into the second cruise, right? When you came to the first cruise, like we spotted. Obviously, your car is noticeable. It's not like you pull up and no one notices, right? So that's like, wow, this thing's amazing. And then just the community that was around. Everyone, I felt like everyone embraced you immediately. Well, it goes further than the car, right? The car is like, hey, the thing, but past that, it's like, dude, being a good person is always great, and you're a great person. So, but everyone embraced you, the car, and everything that's going on. And man, how was that? What was that feeling like?
It was the first one I went to. I went with my girl and my son, and we just rolled out with no expectations, and it kind of all of us like blew us away, right? Because it's quarantine. We had major life changes. Everybody's dialed down, and then it just so happened that that's when I bought the Compadre. That's when I bought the truck, and it was a weird time to be buying a vehicle, but just coming out with no expectations. And everything you said is true, but it was true for me first before I realized that anybody gave a shit what I had or validated that I thought this was, a worthy purchase. And I guess just it would be special to other people too, that they would appreciate it. It meant that to me, but I didn't know that until, just driving it around. And the whole community, not just like quarantine crews, but like, you drive, I don't know, my experience driving this around, I get thumbs up, I get waves, I get people just acknowledging like whatever that nostalgia is for them to see an older truck driving around. It has new flair, whatever, they appreciate that taste, but it does something for other people too, whether it's my vehicle, everybody's vehicle, that story, we all talk about the stories that we have. Everyone else, even if they don't own one, they have one that brings them back and just has some memory for them. Or we talked earlier, maybe it's some point of inspiration. Maybe it's just, hey, I'd like to own something like that or have some, or maybe it's just fucking, that guy looks like he's having a good day and I need to pick me up. And, that's what it might represent for them. So the community and showing up, meeting you and all the other guys, it was genuine. It really was. I don't know that everybody goes to a car show to necessarily like show off, but we do go there to participate. And however people get to do that is their own journey with that. But it was like, I didn't feel like I was there to show off. I was just there to participate, and I was welcomed in that way,
Yeah. So what's funny is your story. So
Tech shirts, dude. I'm sorry. I said tech. I'm getting blasted. I said fucking tech. Sorry, dude.
So my friend Ralph, he owns El Hulk, right? So El Hulk is one of the cars, the green 65 Malibu that comes out. And him and I went cruising, and I've known Ralph since we were 8 years old. And it's funny because when we became teens, we used to cruise all the time, cruise down in Highlands, cruise here, cruise the beach. And it was just a fun feeling of cruising. And then, we kind of separated for many years, and then we came back. And it's funny because him and I cruised up and down PCH, got some rolling shots, and I brought him out to the quarantine cruise. And that feeling of cruising, right, as we were teens was there. And you had mentioned a story like that as well, right? Of when you had a mini truck or you had a car way back. And yeah, tell me about it.
You know, you talk about your events, and we've talked on the side about, you know, where you want to go, what you want to do. And I just can't help but remember at Irvine Meadows back in the day, the mini truck shows that were there. And that, you know, I'm dating myself now because that was like the 90s. And that was the thing, right? So we all had mini trucks, and my friends, we all fixed them up. And back then, basically, you just get pulled over for having a lower vehicle back in the 90s. And that was our experience. And there was, you know, hardly organized events, nothing like this. And that show, I was lucky to look okay, like have my car look okay in the parking lot, right? So I'm young, I have no money. I put every dollar into the truck. I spent more in fixing up this, you know, beater S10 than I paid for the vehicle. And that was my joy. That was my pleasure at the time. And it kind of went away. The scene died, or I got older and I went away because it didn't appeal to me anymore. And I kind of, you know, went my own path. I always fixed up cars. That was my thing. But I wanted to go back to it. And I mean, I always wanted to have a second vehicle, just couldn't do it. So having the opportunity now where I am in my life and being able to participate, and also on this level, right? So back then, whatever I did to my car was great, but it was nothing compared to like the show ready cars. So for me to have, you know, something like this, it's I don't know, man. It's like, it's kind of an accomplishment. It's just owning a thing. So it shouldn't mean that much, but you know, it's an accomplishment. And then to take that further away from just, you know, selfishly doing something for me, to share that with my fiance, with my kid, to drive around, to cruise, and like to take that joy and share that experience, whether it's just them sharing in mine or me creating some for them and some memories for my son, or dad's into this, and the shows that we go to, that, and the cruise we took to the beach that one day where something cool happened, like that's pretty meaningful. Like, I don't know, it's more than owning a thing. It's being part of a community, and it's creating memories. So it, you know, it's kind of full circle for me. And, you know, that's my journey.
That's awesome. So guys, if you don't know, Dave Castle's a real estate agent, one of the biggest in Huntington, in the area, right? And this is what he does for fun. And he hit me up, approached me, man, it must have been 8 cruises ago. You're like, hey, or 5 cruises ago, you're like, hey, Ken, whatever I can do to help, man, support it, man, I'm down, I'm in. So recently, well, this last month, he became our first sponsor, official sponsor of the cruise. So, man, thank you, Dave, for making that happen. That's huge. I mean, for us, like we've been doing this on our own dime for a long time, and you're pretty much our first, you know, real financial, you know, help for the cruise. Which, man, we're super appreciative. Both Patrick, Heck, and Jason. You know, we're super pumped on that. So thank you.
It's Tech now. I've renamed him.
Patrick, Tech, and Jason. So, but again, it's crazy again that, you know, and I want like, again, thank you. And if you guys are looking to buy or sell a house, be sure to hit up Dave. He's at all the events. Definitely, you know, super professional. I mean, if I, you know, when I go to HB and as soon as I can afford a house out there, man, I know who I'm going to, you know. Definitely. Hopefully you have some pocket listings for me, man. I need them. I need the freaking pocket listings.
That's what it takes these days. It's not easy, but you know, we get them through. It's just hard work and the right attitude. We'll get it done. So I appreciate that. It's my pleasure to join. And like you said, I mean, I knew where you guys were going and what you're doing, and all I wanted to do from the start was like, how can I help? Whether it's time, whether it's, you know, a toy drive or whatever. And, you know, of course, financial support. You guys are doing this for free. There's so much value in what you guys are doing. I believe in it, and I just want to participate and support and enjoy the ride with you guys, because I can't do what you're doing. So I'll support in whatever way I can.
I love it. Hey, can you take us for a quick view of the compadre, man? Let's check that thing out. Let's let the people see. If you haven't seen it, it's freaking incredible. The thing's laying down right now.
Okay, garage apologies. There's a shit show over here because I'm moving. But all right, so I don't really know where to go with this.
Open that door, man. Let's see the inside of that thing.
What I got right here? You guys gave me a nice gift not too long ago.
Nice.
At the last cruise. Thank you very much. That's pretty cool. No AC, but I gotta say, it's only bothered me on one cruise.
Well, you're down by the beach area. It doesn't really it only gets hot, probably 18 days out of the year. So you're fine. That it don't get very hot down there.
No, it's been great, and I don't really mess with it too much, but they matched and finished out the back with a speaker set here and wrapped it, and behind the other seats an amp. They really didn't miss much. I love the bed and the wood.
That thing is so freaking clean. And the bed is raised, right? So that's how you got it super low. That's how it's
Yeah,
so low.
so I don't know exactly how far, but that you can just see that this is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only about 6 inches left on the bed, and then they skimmed it out, which I really love. And gas tanks back here. I'm a little tight on the garage space in the back, but once you take the tailgate down, all the components are underneath. I
Nice.
do it's a little showy, but honestly, just because of how beautiful the frame is, like if anyone my fiance is embarrassed about the garage. I cleaned up as best I could before this, but sorry, babe. One thing on my list here is possibly to cut the bed up a little bit so you can raise it up and check it out. There's fantastic products where you can do that and put it on a switch or whatever and just raise it up. Because it's all painted and it's beautiful underneath. It's like a shame that I can't see it.
Man, I love the color combo, the white with the copper. I mean, that's pretty rare to see that color. So
I'm trying to do this for you.
wow, freaking incredible. So clean, man.
And
So clean.
it looks good. I love it. I need a new radiator. If you guys know anyone where I should go, it's got a leak.
I know somebody.
There we go. See,
Yeah.
that's why it's good to be part of the community.
Yeah.
I'm just topping it off in the meantime, but yeah, so it needs a little work, but this is I definitely love just walking into the garage, man. I won't lie. And then coming out to meet you guys. Tech, what up?
Oh man,
I'm sorry, bro. I just got excited. I was just happy. I was just spitting names.
you know what? I get pumped up too about So yeah, man, Dave, thank you for joining us, and man, thank you for supporting the cruise and just being an all around great guy, man. It's so good to have guys, refreshing to have guys like you at the cruise. So.
And then there's more. I've met so many cool people, man. I mean, the list goes on and on. People that have really I've had real conversations, not just cars, not just what's under the hood and where'd you take it. I've legit heard life stories and I've shared mine, and that's just you don't do that off the street. But you kind of feel a common connection, and you just kind of just talk about where you are or what brought you here and what you're doing and why you love this stuff, and it's pretty cool. We're all busy with work, and then we schedule time to do things that we find value in. And this is a reprieve for a lot of people. I don't golf, right? I could be on a golf course on a Sunday. I would legit rather just spend time with people I hardly know, but I have a common connection with, and explore those relationships. It's pretty cool.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, Dave, thank you for joining us. And again, guys, looking to buy or sell a house, hit up my boy Dave. Make sure you connect with him. Or if you're just looking to say what up to somebody, man, say what up to Dave and check out his ride, dude. He's definitely one of the baddest dudes and the coolest guys there. So, man, thank you, Dave.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate it. Sorry for the technical, and see what I did there? I fixed it.
It's all good, dude. You just blew it. Man, we had an extra probably 500 comments on that. That was freaking awesome.
It's just got to be fun. That's all.
That's right.
But
That's right.
hey, good on you for putting out content, bringing people together outside of it too. Like this stuff is great because you get a chance to meet people, learn about their businesses. It's really amazing that you can set up this quality time for your audience, for the people that are involved to really get to know who these guys are. So when you see them, you kind of feel like you know them, right? And it makes people more approachable too. So whether it's you yourself, you're running this cruise, like not everyone feels like they can just roll up to you, but you're inviting them to do so through mediums like this, and that's going to bring more people, and that's going to help create that sense of community and the familiarity. So thank you for doing even just stuff like this. Keep it going.
Awesome, brother. Well, we'll see you
All right,
at the
bro.
next cruise. We'll see you on the 21st, and
I'll be there.
Appreciate you tuning in.
All right, brother. Thank you, dude. Later.
All right, guys. Well, let me go ahead and bring on our final guest. That was Dave Castle. Man, such a good dude. So let's go ahead and bring on Rob from Rides by Cam and see if he can get the request. Send him a message. Yeah, guys, that was pretty awesome. Yeah, brother. Yeah, matey.
Hey, how are ya?
What's up, dude?
Yeah, I don't know what was going on, man. I was trying to get on and it kept saying that the invitation expired and I don't know what was going on. But anyway, lucky at the right time now, I'm on.
That's right. We connected, dude. We're good. So, man, what's going on? Guys, if you guys don't know, this is Rides by Cam. Cam Nova, right? That thing is freaking insane, right? And you got the CUDA Havoc, which is friggin' insane as well. And if you guys don't know, man, I've got the Busa Nova, but one of my inspirational cars was the Cam Nova. The thing was just, I must have shared that thing 50 times on Muscle Kings and all my pages, right? I must have shared that thing, maybe probably more than that. It was probably like 200 times, and then it just, it went everywhere. But man, I love that ride.
It's, I mean, I remember meeting back in, what was it, 2015? We met in San Diego.
Yeah.
The first show, and then you came and told me how popular that Nova was on Instagram. So, and still today, it's like a pest all over Instagram. It's still all over the place. But every time I see it, it makes me miss it more and more too. It was such a cool car.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? It's just how popular and how badass it is. I posted it on the Busa Nova page, and usually I get around 2,000 to 5,000 likes on a post, right? I posted the Cam Nova on there, 20,000 likes.
Wow.
Right? It's wild, dude. That thing is insane.
Page, even if I put an old picture of it up, it'll be 5-6 times the amount of likes as to any other car on there. So, but the CUDA we're building at the moment, the 70 one that we're building, that's getting to be a pretty popular car too. So coming off the back of Havoc.
So are you at the shop right now?
Yeah, I'm up in the office.
And is it 150 right now in Australia?
Yeah, about 10 to 1, yep.
Okay. Man, are you able to go out in the shop to show anything, or is there anything that you can?
Yeah, I can flip this camera around, yeah.
All right, guys, look at that. Man, we're in Australia now. We're down under right now. We're gonna go ahead and take a tour.
This is the interior
You'll see
of the car. That's one of my sons, Tyler. So,
what's up, Tyler?
Moment we've got a few shops. I'm in the main one at the moment where we do a lot of the sheet metal and stuff like that. But in this shop at the moment, we've got the CUDA that we're building as well, which you've seen pictures of this.
Are you you're full service, right? You do everything.
Yeah, we do it all sort of in-house. So this is the one we're building at the moment. We're just about got the exterior ready for paint. So,
oh my God, that thing is
final blocking stages, as you can see here. So, and then that's Cooper up there. He's working on this truck at the moment.
What's up, Cooper? I met Cooper at the Grand National?
Yeah. Oh, no, that was Mitchell. That was my oldest son. Cooper's the one that had the Nova. There you go, mate.
What's up, AT?
So yeah, this is a pretty cool truck that we're building at the moment as well, which is it's pretty awesome as well.
Wow, that thing is freaking awesome.
And then we got some pretty wild billet specialty, pretty big dish wheels on this thing, so they look pretty cool.
Are those like a bronze or a copper color? What color is it?
Yeah, it's like a goldy sort of color. So this car in particular, we've actually had Charlie Hutton like hand make the color to it. So this color that you see here is something that Charlie's made up himself. And then the gold that you see here as the feature color, he actually matched it to the factory, to the billet specialty color that's on these wheels. So yeah.
That's one thing I love about your cars. I mean, I love everything about them, but the tin work that you guys do is definitely, man, A plus, dude. Like the tin work is incredible.
I'll pull you around to, I mean, it's all covered in plastic at the moment because we're obviously working in here at the moment. So, but I'll give you a bit of a look at this one's dashboard. Talking tin work, it's all hand-built steel as well. So it's pretty crazy.
Wow.
So we're still building this at the moment. You know, it'll be finished soon, but it's a pretty awesome car. Very sort of similar to Havoc, but obviously has its own unique touches as well. So,
dude, I love the tunnels. I love how you do the tunnels, and I love the tubs that you do. It looks so sick and so finished, man. It's so rad.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's probably my favorite part. I mean, I spent probably 7 weeks just doing this front section out of steel. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. And we put a new CNC machine in, like a plasma table, which the boys designed up all these covers that you see here around the trumpets, and we pretty much cut all that out. So, trying to evolve a little bit with some machines, and as well as still doing all the hand sort of sheet metal work as well.
So question. I think Keystone pop it up is. Will that be at SEMA this year?
Yeah.
And where will it be if it's going?
Well, we have been talking to some people at the moment, but we're not sure. We can't sort of say at the moment exactly where it'll be. I'll just go back up into the office. I might take you down to the other shop, one of the other shops in a minute. But yeah, so it will be at SEMA. We're probably thinking at this stage maybe the end of next, not this SEMA coming, the next one.
Okay.
So that'll probably be its unveil show, I'd say. Either that or the Grand National in January the year after. So we're not quite sure yet. So obviously COVID's played a big role in in everything in the world, but also it's stopped all of us down in our tracks in our country from even getting to USA. So, I mean, my car Havoc is it's part of the Barrett Jackson Cup. It's been one of the cars to be selected to compete for the Cup next week. So I'm trying to orchestrate all of that to happen right now, and I can't even get there. So,
wow.
I've got people that are meeting the car there, and luckily I've got so many cool people over there like Sean and everyone else that I know, and I trust them to deal with it. So basically next week they'll come pick the car up from Sean, they'll take it to Arizona. Another friend of mine's going to meet up with the car over there. Him and his wife will look after it for a week. And then hopefully it'll do well in the Cup. And then we'll bring it back to Sean's after that. So that's going to be our life sort of remotely.
Yeah. And if you guys don't know, that's Sean from Autotopia, guys. Havoc is over there at Autotopia. And, man, thank you for even – can you hear me, Rob? Can you hear me? It went it went mute. I think you're muted right now. I can't hear you. I don't know if that's mine or your phone. Rob, you might want to log out and then log back in. Log out and then log back in. Oh, he's got a phone call. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you guys can hear me. Or okay, so he's gonna log back. He's gonna log back in right now. Let me go ahead. Let me go ahead and request him back in. So, man, guys, that was a behind the scenes look at Rob, Rise by Cam. There he is. He's back. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Man, that
I had a
I don't
phone
know
call.
what happened.
Turned it off.
What happened?
I had a phone call come through on my phone and it turned the audio off.
Yeah. That's what we figured. So, no worries on that, and we're back. But man, Rob, you're probably one of the, not only are you the best builder in Australia, but pretty much globally, man. It's pretty awesome, and you know you got a couple. I know you did you're doing a TV show recently or some type of content creation, right, for a brand.
We did some 12 episodes of tech tip videos for 3M. We have we're like a brand ambassador for 3M down here in Australia. So we did some just some tech tips, really just sort of showing some techniques and tips that we do in our shop that the panel industry can use, and just show them some different uses for different 3M products, basically. So, but they were the US 3M site loved it and put it all over their YouTube. So they're all over the YouTube channel right now, actually. Just things on bead rolling and just some tips that we just do in everyday car building that we have here in our shop. So they were pretty cool. 3M are a great company. They're really good to us, so it's good to give back.
So, man, that brings me to we've been doing a lot of these episodes, Rob, in regards to like how to get sponsorship, you know, and with that, I'd like to hear your take. Obviously, you know, I mean, sponsorship is sponsorship. It doesn't matter what part of the world you're in, and it's very difficult to get a sponsor and keep a sponsor because it's work.
Yeah.
Give us the guys on here some tips on, you know, the best approach. What do? Do you just, you know, send a resume in, or do you got to build a relationship? I'd love to hear your take on sponsorship.
Look, it's a pretty hard thing, really. I mean, obviously we get it a lot too. We get a lot of people sort of asking us to sponsor things as well. And in this day and age, a lot of businesses, whether it be 3M or any of the big places like that, or even small shops for that matter, sometimes just don't even have it in their budgets anymore to be able to do that. So what we offer when we have, like, for instance, Havoc was a sponsorship car with PPG, and it was a sponsorship car with 3M. So they don't physically give you money, but what we give them in return is we give them a lot of social media content. In return, we did all the episodes for 3M for the tech tip videos, and I never asked for a cent for it. I just did it all for free. So, you know, if you're going to take, you've got to give. And that's the way I see sponsorship. Don't be the person that just sits there with your hand out. You've actually got to give back for it as well. And then when you do that, you don't have a problem with the companies, and you have a really good relationship because they know that they're investing in you, and you're actually helping them in return for what you've got. Right, and it took many years, right, to even get, like, you were in the McGuire's booth, right?
Yeah. You were in the McGuire's booth, and it took a long time. Not only do you have to have a good car, but I mean, because there's a lot of people with nice cars. It took more than that to get into the McGuire's booth. What did it take to achieve that? I never knew how prestigious it was in everyone's eyes in USA, because obviously Australia is a market that's, you know, this big, and the US is just like this big. You know, your population in New York, I think, exceeds the whole population of Australia, but our land mass is bigger than your country, I think. Yeah, I'm not exactly all up to date with all that, but so with that said, my first car on the McGuire's booth was in 2010. And that was our Cam Camaro, the 69 blown Camaro. And look, it was hard work to get that on there, and it's also even harder when you're trying to get someone in another country to trust that you're going to bring this really cool product. They've never seen the car in real life. As you know, photos sometimes don't always do it justice, or they do it justice. Who knows? Photos can go either way. They can be really bad when you see it in real life, or can be even better. So we were lucky enough to have a really good relationship with McGuire's in Australia, and that's comes back to the same as what I was talking about before. So that was our first car with McGuire's, and after that, they knew the caliber of cars that we would be able to bring to them. And each time, I think that, you know, we've kind of topped it and upped the ante for them.
So now we're up to 3 times, I think. Well, not I think, I know, being on their booth, and I'm not sure however many other people have ever done that. I know the Miranda built boys have done it 2 times as well. And at that stage, I think we were the only 2. Well, there's only 2 or 3 of us that have been on there 2 or 3 times. But it's such an honour to be on a booth in SEMA, full stop. But the Maguire's booth, as you know yourself, is quite a prestigious area to be in.
Dude, Maguire's and Magnaflow are like the freaking premium spots right there, right? And obviously the manufacturers like Chevy, Ford, you know, are premium, and you know it's, you know, and Keystone. so past that, let's talk about how important social media is to you. What does it mean to you?
Social media is a way that I try and connect with people that love what we do, and it makes us want to do what we do even more when we see a lot of people having positive feedback for what we do. So, you know, it's an important thing for me, and I don't like, as you know yourself, I don't like hiding things anymore. Ever since we've been, I think since the Cam Nova, every build we do now, we always put stuff up about it. There's no point being secretive in my mind anymore when you have social media, because you can build up a reputation for a car, or even build a brand out of a car, I think, more powerful with social media and have more people love it, which is really what I'm doing it for. I mean, we're doing it to have people enjoy our creations.
Absolutely. It's the days of embargoing the photos until it hits SEMA, I feel, are done, right? Everyone wants to know the build as you're building it step by step, so that way they can be a part of the build, they can feel the build, and when they get there, they know everything about the build. Because I'm sure there's people that talk to you about your builds and like, oh man, I remember this part of the build, and oh, you know, Rob, I love the transmission that you put in there because of this,
Yeah.
this, that, and that, and this cross member or this, you know, people are able to talk to you about the build.
Exactly. And I mean, what you do find is exactly what you just said. When you do take the car to a show, you'll have someone come up to you and go, oh man, I remember when you did this, you know, I seen that part before you even had paint on it, and all that sort of stuff. And that's what it's all about. And I mean, we pretty much documented every part of Havoc's build. And we made we filmed the build over 3 years. As you know, we have an hour-long documentary on our YouTube channel on that whole build. And one of the main reasons, and car builders will understand this, I think, more so, or people that do build their own cars. One of the main reasons behind that documentary we did on the build of Havoc is to show people that, you know, you don't just rock up to SEMA show and this thing just got created in 6 months or whatever. And some cars do, but in Havoc's case, it was 3 solid years of work. I stopped counting at 6,000 hours. There's 3 years of my life were lost in that car. I don't think I've seen sunlight.
Man, so what was your favorite build that you've done? You know, and you know, what's your favorite part of like the automotive industry?
I think every car that we build is unique in their own way, and probably my most favorite cars to build are the ones that we give to the customer and they want to drive it and it puts a smile on their face. You know, Havoc's a beautiful car, yes, but am I going to want to go and drive down the street with normal traffic in it? Probably be too scared to. Not that I'm scared to drive Havoc on the road normally, just be more worried about someone hitting it in a standard everyday car. So, you know, I don't know. I think I've enjoyed every single custom build I've ever done. And as you know, we always try and put a bit of a different flair on every single car so that no two are sort of exactly the same.
Awesome. So, man, and the kids. So you got 3 boys, right?
Yeah, I got 3 boys. That was my youngest one was the one that we just seen the first time. Cooper's obviously down there. He's the one who had the orange Nova. And then Mitchell's the one that you met. He's the eldest boy at the Grand National Roadster show that came there with me.
Yeah. And is it Cooper that does the drifting? Which one drifts?
Mitchell and Cooper.
Mitchell and Cooper? Okay. Yeah. You guys, I mean, I guess the question is, how do you Aussies know how to burn out so good?
Yeah. Trademark for Aussies, I think. I got in trouble a few times in the Nova for ripping it up a bit hard over there. I remember one of the Good Guys events, I was doing the autocross track and I boosted it up the straight at the back and just spun the tyres, and then realised I had to stop. And I think I ended up stopping only like a metre from the tower, and they're just going, damn Aussies.
and
Marina.
And you guys like Pro Chargers, right? You guys are all about the Pro Chargers down there. I see that. It seems like all your builds have the Pro Chargers. Or are you just Pro Charger backed, or?
I'm a supercharger man, so I like roots types blowers or centrifugal superchargers. But Aussies, in a nutshell, just love horsepower. You know, big, powerful motors. The car can't just look cool; it's got to sound cool and it's got to go cool. So, you know, and Aussies, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's just bred into us just to put your foot down and do a big skid. So, we have our own private track days to do this as well, you know, with our customers and their cars. And you can just go out there and have as much fun as you want to.
We talked a couple months back. You said that you were possibly going to bring the Ute out to the United States. Is the Ute still coming out, the blue Ute?
The blue one, I just sold that. So, yeah, we're going to start building a new project pretty soon, which will come to US. It's I can't give away too much at the moment, but I will say that it'll have, you know, our V8 Supercars here in Australia, the race cars.
Yeah, the V8 Supercars, yep.
Yep, so it's going to have a V8 Supercar driveline in it with a NASCAR engine.
Ooh.
So the US will be ripping up the autocross tracks with that thing.
That's awesome. Let's go ahead and let's pass it to the guys. I got a lot of guys that are on here. Keystone, Hat Tattoo, Tech Mike. A lot of these guys are on here. If you guys have any questions, Jeff Chevelle, you got Chris Marischal, the owner of Devious and Vicious Sting, Felon Charger. I think Felon Charger 68. Is he from Australia or is he from New Zealand?
He's from Australia too. He's actually he's right across the street from me right here.
No way. Yeah, his freaking Charger was so sick, and he ended up selling it to a famous person out here in the U.S.
Yeah.
Man, it's pretty awesome. Rod's in here. So, any questions for Rob? Let's see what comes up right now. Let's see who asks the questions first. Felon Charger said, "What is Felon Charger's first name? What's his name?"
I've only met him once. And it's so funny because he's only across the road. So yeah.
We need to get him on. So he said,
yeah.
Okay, so Tech Mike said, what's the average horsepower goal to get to the tires? What's the standard?
A lot of our builds that we build for people, we try and get around 700-800. That's pretty comfortable for the street use. Any more than that is really not needed for everyday sort of street use. So I mean, I've got a late model Dodge Challenger. It's got 850 at the tires, and you know the Nova, it had like 1500, but it just blows the tires off it. But that's once again with the Aussies, I suppose. We like doing burnouts and blowing the tires off them.
So someone said, what's the actual color of Havoc?
So it's a Charlie Hutton color again, PPG, and it's called Slanted Brown. It's a pretty cool color. I mean, the funny thing is when you talk about Havoc is if you told a customer that you were going to paint their car brown, it was going to have orange wheels and a brown interior, you just turn around and go, you got rocks in your head. So the actual orange used on Havoc's wheels was the color that the Miranda built boys used on their Nova's wheels.
Yeah, that's a rad color. Those guys are really cool. Miranda built.
And
we need to get those dudes on live with us too.
They're really good guys. I love hanging out with them boys. When we had the Nova at the Good Guys Street Machine of the Year contest, we had a couple of problems that a freight company caused to the car, and I had a few things to fix. Luckily, nothing that damaged paintwork or anything, but a couple of the parts underneath were damaged, and you know, everyone pulled together there and helped me out, ride tech suspension and stuff. But I'll never forget, that's where I met the boys from Miranda Built. And, you know, they came over with a couple of beers for me, and, you know, I was doing it hard. I had 35 hours, no sleep, and then come there and had to try and fix this car. So for them to pull together, that's when like I said, that was when I first met them. And I love being a part of the shows in USA because you're treated like that by everyone. I wish we had more of that down here in our events, but we just don't seem to have that, I don't know, that connection with everyone over here. It just doesn't seem to be as cruisy.
Well, one day I'm gonna go to the Summer Nats, and hopefully they accept me down there. So,
That'll change your life. You'll have to come with us. Yeah.
oh, of course, of course. So 70 drivers said, is there a Hot Wheels of Havoc? Is there any models or anything like that of Havoc out yet, or is there anybody you're talking to?
No, we haven't done anything like that yet. It's in a game, but it's in that CSR Racing too. And it's pretty nuts, man, how well it looks in there. You can actually, I'm blown away. I can just, I don't know. I don't play the game much, but my boys know it. And you can place the car on the ground. You can open the doors. You can walk around it. You can sit inside it. It's nuts. So it's in the game, but that's about it at the moment. Yeah.
That's not.
I'll actually show you this here. It's pretty cool.
That's an honor to have it in a video game, man, because I think that's everlasting. That lives forever.
So in Australia, we've got the new Maguire's buckets, and you'll recognise them cars.
Oh, nice.
So that's buckets in our country for the next year. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So
it's crazy because, and it's pretty awesome. So a couple of Drift Chevelle asked about, Sean. So it's really cool because Sean takes care of Autotopia, right? The car's at Autotopia, and Sean takes super good care of the car, brings it from show to show, or not really show to show. He's only brought it to our show, and I don't know if he's brought it to anywhere else, but man, how's that feel though? I mean, you've got that big investment because that thing's not, that's not a $50,000 car,
No.
So
look, I think of anyone else that I could be more happy to look after my car than Sean. He had my Nova as well, and it was in a storage facility before Sean's, and that's when it got that damage on the freight on the way to the Good Guys Ohio, and that's when I got put on a Sean after that event, and my stuff has been with Sean ever since, and I never have to worry about my stuff there. He's welcoming every time I go there. As you know yourself, I don't have a house there, so I go there. Sean lets me use his facility, and I can work on my car and do what I need to. And he's just, what more could you ask for someone to look after your car than that?
Dude, he treats it like it's his, dude. You know, and it's really awesome. He takes care of it, and man, thank you again. Because I think we had asked Sean, I was like, hey, when we chatted about bringing the Havoc to our cruise, he would reach out to you, and I think I had reached out to you, and it was cool to have that there and let the people experience the car because, again, it's just Sean's word is freak show, and freak show being good, like, wow, this thing's freaking insane, from the time it starts out and it's sitting there, it's just mind-blowing. Yeah,
and look, he's such a lover of Havoc. I mean, just look at the video he did on his YouTube channel. I think like 5 million views now, man.
Oh man, I think it's one of the highest viewed videos, and he didn't even do a bunch of driving in it, right? So it's pretty gnarly. I mean, that car is incredible. So
yeah, it's pretty proud of that car, and we put a lot of effort into that car. And this next car is going to be probably even more special because it's going to be built with my sons as well. So now they're at the age where they can really, be a big part of it. You've seen the Nova that Cooper built. So the next car, my eldest son Mitchell's picking it, and I'm letting him pick the build, and then we're all going to build it together. So that should be a pretty cool thing too.
So the last time we had talked, you're like, hey, Ken, I'm going to need to get you to Australia, right? And tell us a little bit. Let's paint a picture of, Rise by Cam. You live near the ocean, right?
So we live in Burleigh Heads, which is probably, I don't know, in my mind, one of the nicest sort of beaches on the Queensland coast, or till you get up further with the Barrier Reef and that. But we're at Surfers Paradise. The Gold Coast is what the area is called. But yeah, our shop is literally 5 minutes from Burleigh Heads Beach.
Man, that's awesome.
If you Google Burleigh Heads, BURLEIGH Heads Beach, that's pretty much where our shop is.
Nice.
So, place to live. Very hot climate, a lot of humidity. A lot of people don't like sort of coming here if they're not used to humidity. Over summer, we can get up to 90-95% humidity. So, and pretty hot temperatures. Like, we're just coming out of summer now, so it's a bit of a juggling act here too when you're painting cars too, because you can't really, if you're going to paint cars in summer, you sometimes need to do them at 2 or 3 in the morning, just because the inside temperature of the booth is just way too hot for the paint. So yeah.
Well, any closing thoughts? I mean, we got a bunch of people on here still, and any closing thoughts on you want to tell any secret things that are happening, or next time we're going to be out here in the U.S.?
That I don't know. I mean, I've got no idea when we can fly back to USA. One of our major airlines, which is Qantas, are saying that we may be able to resume trips to USA from October. But, the word is that it might not be until 2022, 2023. Who knows? I mean, as you guys know, I mean, look at the cruise you're doing now. The world's on its knees right now, like, I can't remember the last time we went to a car. I think the last car show we did was the Grand National Roadster Show, where I hung out with you.
Dude.
At a car show. And as you remember, man, that's when we hit the airport to fly home, I reckon, is when COVID hit, because there was people in face masks and everything at the airport at that stage, and people were getting sick and no one knew what it was. So that was pretty much the last thing. And, it's a bummer for all of us car people. And so you're lucky you can do those cruises and stuff here in where you guys live, but Australia's been locked down a lot between states. So Queensland wouldn't let anyone from any other state in. Our government's really hit hard on this COVID, and I think we can count on one hand how many cases we've got across the country.
Wow.
So government's done a good job, but they, unfortunately for us, comes at a cost where we can't fly overseas.
Wow.
So yeah, who knows? And you can, but you have to quarantine, and that's for 14 days in a hotel at your own costs, which is not a big thing. But the biggest problem is there's just no airlines flying.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, what you're doing, man, I watch it all the time. I wish I could get there and drive my car and have some fun. But then again, you probably wouldn't want us Aussies there anyway, because we might rip a skid out of the place or make the car park up.
We'll make a special spot for you. So when you fly out, we'll find a special side street that you could build. You could get the biggest skid, and you can do. You can make a bunch of clouds, and let's do it.
Every event in Australia's got its own special spot where we can all do that, and that's where everyone does it. So, I mean, that's what you need. You don't want it getting done just in any area. I remember in Reno when we took the Nova there, they locked off the streets in between the casinos, and I got the Nova out and just did a power skid from one casino to the next one. It was unreal, because in our country, if you did that on the street, I'd be in jail.
I think we have an off-road racer named Robbie Gordon that was in your country, though, and I think he almost went to jail. Or yeah, Robbie out there, I think he did a skid in the middle of the street, or in the middle of downtown, in his truck, and got in trouble by the Aussie government.
So in our country, everyone might see these videos of Aussies doing burnouts and stuff, right? But we've got a very strict, what they call a hooning charge in our country. So if you get caught doing a skid on the street, they can confiscate your car. And the second time they catch you, they can crush it. So it's not, that's why a lot of the events that we do have, like Summer Nats and that, Summer Nats has 4 days of burnouts. I mean, when you're at the Summer Nats, when they did the world record attempt, you could see the smoke from space. So, yeah. And I mean, if you're watching the burnout pad, depending on where the wind's blowing, you can't even see anything anyway. There's that much smoke. The boys just rip it up.
Man. Well, Rob, thank you for joining us, spending time. And guys, everyone that's watching, if you see Rob at one of the shows, hopefully he can fly over this year, next year. But make sure you go by and see him. And it was really cool, man. When we met in 2015, right? I mean, it was immediate connection. And man, you're such a cool guy, and I love all the stuff that you do, man.
Thank you, man. I mean, our friendship, it means a lot to me. I love all the close friends we have in USA, and everyone that we don't know that loves our stuff. I thank them too. After all, we wouldn't be popular with any of our cars on social media if these people didn't get behind us. So I thank everyone that's on here right now as well.
Well, you build badass cars, so it's really hard not to be popular, because you build some badass shit. So
man.
Cool.
I
All
can't
right. Thanks, Rob. I
cruise in
appreciate
your
you.
Nova.
What's that?
I said I can't wait to come over there and hang out and come for a cruise in your Nova.
Man, as soon as it's done, and if you're over here, I'm throwing you the keys.
Yeah, yeah, we'll go for a drive. It'll be cool.
We'll let you do the biggest skid you can do. I'll be sure to record it.
For sure, man. That sounds awesome.
All right, mate.
All right, man.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate you.
Fun for watching us, and thank you for having me, man.
We'll see ya.
See ya. Bye.
Guys, that was Rob, Rise by Cam, down in Australia. What a good guy. And thank you guys all for tuning in. We have some great guests tonight. And hopefully, tag some friends. We're going to upload this live or upload it right onto our Instagram. And, man, tag some friends. Be sure to drop some comments on there when we upload. And thank you guys for tuning in. That was a little over an hour and a half of show tonight. And, we try to keep it under an hour. But you know what? We went over for good reason. So you guys have a great night. Thank you all for tuning in.